Hello, I'm Seth Johnson with Land to House. I am standing next to a flume, and this is a trough that carries water to a microhydro system. I've been building the wooden section of this for about 2 months now, and I figured that I would show you how to build one section of this flume. I've been building it in 8-foot sections because it's easy to carry and easy to install by yourself, because I usually don't have anybody out here helping me. So let's get to work and build one section of this. So the materials you'll need to build this section of the flume: you'll need 4 decking boards. That's what they're called at the store, and they are pressure treated. You'll need 2 2x4s, 8 foot long. Now you'll need a speed square. You'll need a pencil, tape measure, a good circular saw, drill, 3-inch wood screws, and a box of 1 5/8 inch screws. To get started, take your first 2x4 and your speed square and tape measure and mark out 22 inches. We're going to need 3 of these 22-inch boards. Then just take your circular saw and cut that. Now we have 3 22-inch boards. We need 2 17-inch boards. Next we need 4 8-inch boards. Now the last couple of cuts are kind of a specialty cut because we need a 45-degree angle piece. So take your tape measure and your speed square and mark off at 5 inches. Okay. Now next, what you need to do is get your saw, and on mine I've got this right here that I can adjust to 45 degrees. Like that, and it'll make the cut we need. So next, just take your saw here and there we go. 45-degree piece. Now just adjust your saw back straight again and measure back out again 5 inches. And then cut again. It's a straight cut this time. Cutting that gives us these 2 pieces right here, and those will be used as this piece. So just to recap the cuts we've made: 4 8-inch pieces, 2 17-inch pieces, 2 5-inch from the top to the bottom with a 45-degree cut on it. And then we've got 3 22-inch pieces. Now that we have our cuts finished, take your 3 22-inch boards and lay them out on your building surface. Kind of like this. Then take 2 of your decking boards and place them on here. Kind of like that. And now you want the last 2 boards to be exactly 6 feet apart. Now when your end boards are equal at 6 foot each, then make sure your side pieces are also equal. So I've got 5.5 on both sides. Now I like to use a 7/16 drill bit to start my pilot holes. So just set a foot up on your flume piece and drill 4 pilot holes. Pretty simple. Now, in the pocket, this little thing right here is a lifesaver. It helps you hold on to your screw, and it has a little magnet inside as well, so your screwdriver doesn't come off whenever you're holding it upside down. And that's part 1. So now I'm going to go to the second and third 22-inch board and do the same thing. Alright, now we have the basic parts of the base done. So let's move on to the side pieces. Take another one of your 8-foot decking boards and match that up here. Then take one of your 45-degree angle pieces, place it here on the outside in the middle, and then your 8-inch sections will go on the outside of the both ends. Just like that. Just as before, I'm going to use my drill to make some pilot holes. And then I'm going to swap back over here to whatever this thing is called. And then put 2 1 5/8 inch screws in here. And then move to the next one. Now you notice that this board is not secured yet, and we'll get to that. Now you can see we got those 3 sections installed. And that's just by putting screws in here, like that. So now it's going to be a complete repeat of the other side over here. Both of our sides have been put together, but they're loose. So our next step that we need to do is, because I'm doing this alone, I found this to be the easiest way. Instead of getting the bottoms attached now, we attach this cross piece, and that will actually squeeze together the wood so that when you flip it over, you can then attach the bottom pieces. So, you line up this piece, and now we're going to swap over to the 3-inch screws. Oops, I forgot to hit record. So just drill your pilot holes and then put your 3-inch screws in here on both sides. Now that we have the sides on and the top piece on, what I'm going to do is just grab here and flip this up and let it rest just like this. Now we can take our drill and put our bottom screws in here and start getting the sides together. Make sure stuff is lined up here. This side is done. Now let's set it down. And then flip it back up the other way. Now it may be helpful if you use some blocks of wood or something to let this set on so that it's more even. Well, here's our completed section of Flume. Didn't take too long, and the materials required are actually not very much at all. I was able to build an 8-foot section for about $25, so not bad. Now I know what you're thinking. It's cool to watch this being built, but what are we building? So let's walk up the creek here and I will show you the Flume in its entirety. So let's go. And here we go. So you can see all these footer pieces I have. I'm going to be beefing those up quite significantly. This is just enough to hold it in place for now. This is going to be an intake for hydraulic ram pump. Now you'll notice that back here I've got a block on every leg for support. But down there, it swaps over to only having 2 supports, but then a beam that goes across. So, continuing up here. This right here is the intake for the Flume, and it's got a gate here that you can swap over like that, so it'll allow water to pass through here. Now this whole thing is going to be lined with neoprene rubber, so there won't be any issue of wood rot, hopefully, but that'll be in a later video. So what I've got here, the creek is slightly diverted while I'm building this, but I'll have concrete blocks across here which will drive the water into the Flume here. And let's just take a walk on this thing. It's pretty stable. It's like I said, this right here, water will pour in to this box and be the input of a ram pump that'll go down here. So you can see already that the Flume is over my head, so it's already over 6 foot tall. On this side, I've had some serious problems with the creek bank eroding. So what I'm going to be doing is building a small retaining wall out of block that will hold the Flume legs in place. And once again, it's going to be down here as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. In the future, I intend on making electricity with this Flume, and I want to keep you updated on all the steps in between. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up and be sure to subscribe, because a lot of good content is on the way. I do post a new video every week, and most of them are pretty good. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Seth Johnson with Land a House, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oops, forgot to hit record. Anyway, just pilot gnats everywhere. I enjoyed making it. So subscribe and you'll be updated with all my new stuff. Try to post a new video every week. Ramble, ramble, ramble. I'm very excited about this project. So far the flume is 85 feet long and gives me a drop of about 6.5 feet. So I should be able to install a good microhydro system here. A lot more testing will be on the way. Now I have a setback. A tree fell on the very first section of the flume. If you'd like to see why this happened, please click this video here to your left. Be sure to subscribe, and if you liked this video, hit the thumbs up. I'm Seth Johnson with Land a House, and I will see you next time. Bye.